Faders of the Lost Art.
Welcome to another show. Faders of the Lost Art. Here we are, live in Namm, 2026, right on the showroom floor. Killing it, baby. I'm honored. Star-studded cast, legendary folks. This is incredible, bro. I can't even believe I got this many cool people sitting at one table at one time. Man, what an honor. I'm gonna start. Yes, sir. I'm gonna start with. To my right, we have Peezy.
What's up? These Peezymane, you know what I'm saying? Memphis Nation from the beginning all the way up to that.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Peezymane.
Hey, Peezymane. Michael Denton.
Yes, sir.
Bay Area legend from
Come on, Mike.
I Got
Bay
Five
Area
on it
legend.
to Block to E40 to Short.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't play with that boy Mike.
You got it.
Big.
Not
Yeah.
play with Mike, man. He had what?
I'm verified right now. Pop the collar.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Fuck you, man. Yeah.
Don't play with Mike.
Heavy, man. We got the Bay Area in the building, man.
Yeah.
Real, man.
Put some respect on
Look for my boy Mike, man.
Yeah, we don't play.
To my left, legendary super producer C.N.O.T.E in the building.
Yeah,
The honorable.
The honorable.
Yes, sir.
Honorable.
Yeah.
My man. Yes, sir. So good to have you on, man.
Likewise,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Happy to be here, man.
Yes, sir.
So,
Drummer boy, D-boy, fresh.
Listen to this track, boys. Hey, yeah. Boy, what's happening? Memphis in the building. We understand me. Oh, yeah.
And last but not least, my man, Zach Ekzakt.
yes, sir.
Too Short. If y'all know Too Short, you know Zach's work.
Yeah.
The first thing I want to ask is, like, as producers, because a lot of y'all produce, even Mike is amazing. What are some of the things that you do first to lock in a groove? You know, or what are the things that kind of set the tone for the record that you're working on?
Man, light that blunt up. Yeah. Light that blunt up.
It's an inspiration.
Gotta get that
It's an inspiration.
Yeah, no. You got to turn the computer on. You got to set the shit up. You know, we want the setup. So it depends on what studio I'm going to. You know, do they have the right desk? Do they have the right setup for, you know, what we setting up? You know what I mean? And once we get comfortable and situated, we're going to plug up, load. Usually my dog over there rolling up while we loading up, you know what I'm saying? And there's some flowers in the air. You know what I mean? And then once we plugged up and sonically got either some headphones on or speakers, I'm just playing around with sounds and kind of just getting acclimated. I might start to beat up with a hi-hat, a clap. Sometimes I might start off with some sounds of keys and get the melody right, play with the horns and whatnot. And, you know, and just go from there, man, depending on who we working with. If we working with Too Short, we want to keep it club-oriented.
Yep.
You know, keep that Bay Area, that Memphis pimping, that, you know, just that flavor.
That party.
You know what I'm saying? Up-tempo, 80 BPM and up, you know, 90s, 100s. And just catering to whoever we working to and setting that tone.
Yeah, also having some of the example, you know, having the actual equipment. Like I got the 808, I got the Juno 106, I got the Matrix 12 OB8.
Yep.
You know, got all the original stuff. Those sounds will actually give you where you want to start. You do a bass line and boom, you go, oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and give you that. In the 808, you'll just reprogram something on the old school.
Yeah.
Because you get lost sometimes in the DAW. You got, you know, I can pick 1,200 keyboards out of the DAW, but it doesn't inspire you like the original machines a lot of times.
Yeah.
I'm like one of my things that I do, I will spend months just going sound and picking out the sounds that my ear like. So I do, and I will spend months doing this, and then when I'm done, I got all my favorite sounds over here. Yeah,
Ridiculous.
I got all my favorite sounds, so it don't take me nothing to make a beat, because all the sounds that inspired me during that time of me searching these sounds, it's already
Up in 100 piece because you was just waiting on them anyway. Just simmering, you know.
Great.
It's already simmering, so
Keeping it on deck.
yeah, I spend months going through sound, no problem.
So how do you know when a beat is done, or you just you got packs that are good enough, or
It's
just
normally a feeling.
okay?
You know what I mean? It could be 7 sounds. It could be 3 sounds. It could be 20 sounds. It's the feeling.
Okay.
that it just be like, man, you know, you can step away from the machine. And when I find myself in the left side of the room or the back right corner or pace, that's when I feel like it's complete. When I see the artist over there, like, okay, let me leave it alone. I don't want to
do anything else. You're gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, let me. I got him right where I want him. He sees the finish line.
Soon he start murmuring.
Yeah.
When don't say that. Yeah, when it goes from this to this.
Yeah. Yeah. I had everything later. I like being that's what we do. I will overproduce. I know that's what I do. And then it makes a person lose the swag. So what I've learned along the way is when you see him mumbling, stop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, you can always produce
Caught it. Caught something.
Yeah.
You can do post-production, but
I do post later on.
Motherfucker be like, next, you know?
Yeah. And let's see what the hook gonna be like. I've always, like to leave room for the vocals. And that's something that I learned along the way through my beat making process. Not putting too much shit in front of the artist. You know what I mean? Because your melody, I might have a lead that's doing the melody, a singing melody, but he got a rap melody and just throwing it off. So it's like, let me take these melodies out and just keep it like a bed. It's like, you know what I mean? And then I go from there.
Because I think, too, on producing, when you're younger, you impose yourself on the song.
Correct.
So that's the younger folks. They just keep adding shit. Like, I can do this because I can, doesn't mean you should.
Yeah.
So, and as you got a little older, more seasoned, you let the track talk to you.
Yeah.
Because the track it tells you when it's done. It really does. It tells you if it needs something more. It tells you, when you're done.
Yeah.
That comes with experience.
I think that comes with experience, but you got to listen. You got to get out of it and listen.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it got to breathe. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all better than got other shit that's really don't really. You know what I'm saying?
When I first moved to the air, I used to make these big old classic rock sounding trap beats with the guitars coming in and the string breakdown. And I'd be in the studio and they'd be like smoking. They'd be like, "You ever thought about making movies?" "No, bitch, rap to that, bitch." You know what I'm saying? It used to piss me off. So then, they used to be like, "Man, I love your beats, but hey, man, they don't need all that, man. Give them a bell, an 808 and a clap, and watch them rap."
Where the raps But this will work in a movie.
I used to be pissed when somebody say that, boy. What you mean? If you rap over that, you gonna change the game.
Working with the OGs though showed me a lot too. Like Insane Wayne, R.I.P. to my older brother. Even Slice T, working with Carlos Brody. Seeing those guys. I remember one time Slice T made a beat and it was like 3 sounds that he came in and muted. He was just like, I don't know what it is, just mute these 3. And as soon as he muted them 3 sounds, T-Lil, it was like he could hear everything he needed to hear and was able to finish the verse. And they ended up using those sounds later, but it was like, man, I can't write with these 3 sounds playing. Drake has done that. In a session with Money to Blow, I had some other sounds in that beat, and he was just like, man, can you mute these other sounds? Thankfully, I had the track outs on me. You know what I mean? And I tell producers all the time, have more than just that track out. You know what I mean? Even if you got a hook reference or a songwriter reference, have the instrumental, have the track outs in case somebody wants to work on it and say, hey, if we can take this one sound out, it's on my album right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Money to Blow.
Good call on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of times, like hi-hats sometimes would get, and producers would get, very personal about their hi-hats, but it's like sometimes I can't write with hi-hats.
Yeah, you lost in the fader.
Yeah. So what are some of the things that you see some of the younger producers coming up they could do better, or something that, some of the younger guys are making mistakes that y'all have learned along the way with experience?
Woo. Oh, my God. Well,
talk to me, Peezy.
No, for real. I think the younger generation just lost the art of feeling the music.
Yep.
So they so used to like they used to mouse pad and dining, you know what I'm saying? But they're gonna say no, nobody has no musical theory whatsoever.
Right.
Can't play C to C, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So you can't do that. How can you force expression that way? How can you make it feel something a certain way when everything's philosophy the same and you know what I'm saying? You're pretty much programming it though, but you're not playing it. You're not putting nothing
Feeling
into it. You're not feeling it right. So it's just like, you know, so it's like I watch them all the time. They'll do some stuff, stop, like a note, stop and lose, and they'll do you'll never hear the beat play at all until they actually finish with it. Then you start hearing the A bar looping up like, right.
It's hella robotic.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, where do you get a groove for it from? You know what I'm saying? When you just looking at these dots.
Yeah.
You just play, then by the time you do it, like, I only heard you play the beat 30 seconds. And that was at the end of it.
Yeah, doing so much mixing too. I find it's the delivery. I mean, like you're saying, you're prepared for anything. The shit you get coming in, like, okay, I got the track, thank you. Okay, now 40 did vocals on it. Now send me the track outs. Oh, my hard drive broke.
Oh my God! I just got to deal with that.
You know, my hard drive broke.
Yeah.
Why
Or you get the track outs and these are grouped.
Yeah.
The drums are grouped, the 808, the clap, the hi-hat, and all this is grouped.
Yeah.
Mix the master. Now you get the track out, and none of the files sound the way the beat sound. Now I'm like, man, what delay you put on this synth? What I need to get the sound how it sound in the beat.
Yeah.
I can't be over here spending an hour trying to match your dotted note delay.
He's trying to get on right now.
It needs to sound how the beat sound.
The thing that I tell most young producers, especially that use FL, take the fucking soft clip off that goddamn master, man. I'm using the shit out of that.
Dude, I'll end up with a 2-track mix.
I got a track for a reason.
They be squeezing the shit.
Squeeze the shit out they beats, man. I'm like, take that goddamn shit off, man.
I got a track out from Reason, and the mastering was on, and every track out that he did had the mastering, and I tried to put it in the mix. And I'm saying,
Yikes.
I said, this shit has flat. I can't give it dynamics back, and so I sent it back. I said, take that shit off because.
Yeah.
But it's a big mistake though. It's like when you do the beat, why don't you just do the track outs now?
That's what I say.
Why don't
Every
you just
time.
do all this?
So it's
separate-
all organized right there because going back, I've seen some guys, a lot of the younger guys, and I understand it. I've been there where I got a lot of cracks on my computer. I can't afford all of the software that I got on my computer. So you got the cracks on there. You make beats for 3 months, 6 months, 8 months. You going into the 9th month and you try to go back and find that beat that you made 9 months ago and the cracks won't load.
Or even years ago.
It's making the shit crash or even years ago. And now you cannot get the files to this beat. You got $1 million deal on the table with the artist and the producer can't find the track outs to the song.
I know what's crazy though? I got a couple of hits that's MP3s.
Well, we all do.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, Master P gave us that formula.
No,
Yeah.
the younger artists,
Master P goes straight from the studio
to the radio.
the younger artists don't care for track outs because, like, after some people mix they shit,
They want it
don't
exactly
sound-
how
they
you
want
send it to them.
exactly how it
Well,
goes.
that'll be demo-itis.
But
They
which is
over-
fine. But when it comes to the business, now you got $1 million deal. Now you can
TV
work how you want to
shows,
work.
right.
They can't Atmos mix this.
Yeah.
They
They can't go back and find an instrumental or this or that. Like you can't do.
You ain't getting that McDonald's sync without them files.
Yeah,
man.
no. If they don't have the masters.
And then let alone when you go to perform it, that's even if it's your biggest song, and then you got all these other songs that you did way more quality wise. It's still gonna end up getting pushed out of your set, or you know what I'm saying? It just
The 808 might be
gonna hurt you,
distorted.
bro.
You're never gonna get rid of that distortion.
Well, like when we were coming off a 2-inch back in the day too, like when we were doing Bobby Brown, they wanted you to track out with the EQ and everything so that they had all the individual tracks, kick, snare, everything with what EQ you did.
Correct.
So when they stored it, it went on another master tape.
Right.
So they could bring it up on the board, it would come out and it would be all at 0 and it would be mixed automatically because they couldn't
Right.
chance you not having the board, not having the EQ, not having plug-in.
Right.
So, and a lot of times the bigger companies want you to deliver it with everything on the stems. You can't deliver the mix because you might not be able to you can't open a Pro Tools 5.3 session.
Right. No. Right.
PTS file on it.
Right. I think that was the beauty of being in the House of Blues, being in Ardent Studios, being in Patchwork, being in Doppler, and seeing those SSL boards. And I think, you know, I'm an 80s baby, 83, so I'm borderline between the generation before me and the youth in a sense. So I kind of got that analog I was there in analog. I was hauling equipments and beat machines and keyboards through the airport on planes, the East Coast, West Coast,
too, bro.
So
Carrying a heavy ass motif, man.
absolutely, the heavy as a MPC 4,000.
Man, y'all walk around with bodies.
What?
Hey man, I rode the Greyhound when I moved to Atlanta, I rode a Greyhound with a pair of pants and that Motif 6.
No, I'm gonna give you one better. Try find the case for the TS12, ASR10, and
You was carrying all three of them?
yes.
You had to have some help. I can't carry it, or I got a cart.
I wheeled that shit in there.
Yeah, I got a cart.
You know what I'm saying?
The dolly.
Man, that shit look like fucking Tetris. How I had that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, ain't no way. You know what I'm saying?
And don't forget how much techniques weigh too.
Oh, them turntables?
Oh, yeah.
I never touched them.
Yeah, you put them in a road case and there's like 90 pounds.
Yeah, but you know,
Carry all records.
And then you had to carry your records because one
That's
crate,
a separate dolly.
one crate of records was like 150 pounds.
Yeah, that's a whole separate dolly.
we used to see
I had some real work.
Spider-Man, all them DJs carrying all them crates and shit.
Yeah.
Just Born and Howard Q.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a blessing now. I think it's still a beautiful thing to be able to DJ from a laptop.
Yeah,
to be able to produce from a laptop. You know, and so you know, I've been
home.
FL. You know, is dope.
Yeah.
We've been producing on FL, making a lot of dope records on FL. We got Pro Tools right on the laptop, able to mix records. You know, so I'll make a beat in FL, export it out, run it in Pro Tools, get everything right, add my delays and my whatnots and filters and song format, and then it's ready to go for Pro Tools, whoever needs it, for a guy like Mix Doctor to do his thing when Russell put his vocals on.
Yep.
Right. So, what makes somebody like an artist that you want to lock in with long term, and what do you think is more important, relationships or consistency?
Long term for an artist, work ethic.
Work, yeah, 100%.
The ones that work the hardest, that just live in the studio, they always catch their time again and again and again. Like even when you think they fell off and they still in there, always come with something else.
I agree with that. It's the work ethic and the consistency. For artists, particularly, he doesn't give a fuck about the relationships. To be honest with you,
Okay.
it's more the manager that's you know, watering these relationships, following through, making sure he's there on time, making sure he's picking up sponsorship dollars and following through with the contacts that he's made. That's not an artist's job. The artist is going to kind of be a little bit more distant. Now, some guys that we work with, like the Shorts and Snoops, and they're going to be personable. Ball and G, certain artists, they want that relationship.
Right.
But I think in this younger generation, you know, you're not getting to Justin Bieber. You're not talking to Bieber. You're talking to management. You're talking to Scooter Braun. You're talking to, you know, the other people in place that I think they manage the relationship a little bit better.
Right.
And then for the artist, it's more about his consistency and work ethic.
Right. So being consistent with your beats is, we say.
Oh yeah, those are
For
really
us,
lovely.
now for the producer,
For sure.
the relationship is essential. Because without the relationship, I'm not on Jeezy's album. I didn't go through A&Rs.
Can't
I
get
didn't
in the
go
door,
through
you know what I'm
management.
saying?
You
Can't
know
get
what
in the
I mean?
room.
Yeah, I'm on T.I.'s album because I know T.I. I'm on Gotti's album because I know Gotti. Especially I'm on Russell because I flew out and showed Russell I was willing to work with him. I flew out on my own dollar. I said, look, I'll book my room. Let me know when we working. He booked the grill studio. And we worked 2 days and knocked out a whole project. But I had to take the effort. That's the relationship and building a relationship as opposed to just email. I emailed 30 beats through email. And we didn't get nothing done. But the minute I said, hey, I'll fly out there, let me know some dates that work for you. And then now we were able to get a fucking 16 project done.
Being in the room fucking matters.
100%. And I think really on what we do, the consistency of what we do, my thing was always when they leave, they ain't gonna get that product anyplace else.
Right.
Be good at what you do. You know, take pride in what you do, and what you do, make sure it's a step above anybody else's. Not that you give a fuck about anybody else's, but beat yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Make yourself better. You know what I'm saying?
Your only competition.
You're your own
Facts.
competition. It's not the dude down the street, not any studio down the street, not anybody. But that's the hunger. You gotta love this game. You gotta love this game. If you don't love this game, get the fuck out because you're a one-hit wonder.
Yo,
You know?
that leads me to my next question. Perfect segue. So, what does winning look like to you now versus back then?
Okay.
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't know I was winning.
But I don't think there is winning because we're still students of the game. The winning will be in the last breath.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I mean,
like I would be like with these artists, and I'll be like, man, I can't wait to this when I get on. And they'll stop and they'll be like, bro, nigga, you is on. I'm like, bro, I don't feel like it. Like I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
It's I think when you God's child and you maintain your spirit and you ain't sold your soul.
Yeah.
It's a level of groundedness that you keep. And it's a humbleness and a respect that you have for people. Like I grew up in the church.
Yep.
Isaac Hayes, Aretha Franklin, the biggest artists in the world compared to the janitors or the chefs or the cook. We were all one, sister or brother.
Yep.
Wow.
Regardless of your ethnicity, regardless of your religion, regardless of what you choose or who your God is, we either brother or sister.
Right.
Regardless of the color, we white, brown, this and that. Like we're a people, human. And I think when we keep the humanity and the respect for humanity and the humbleness, it's like, man, it's one thing I fear, and that's God.
Right.
So,
But what we
Amen.
do here is church.
Yeah,
That's why there is no barrier. Like I had some dudes come in from New York one time, and they said, came in the studio and said, well, where's the brother I was talking to on the phone? And I said, well, I am that brother. And they said, well, we don't work with white people. I said, well,
Fuck out there.
I said, I'm albino, bitch. Let's go. But the whole idea was, though, is that like we can't come with precepts like that, because this is church. I mean, this is what we do. We honor this to the end.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm still in the game. I'm 68, still been playing this game.
you look good.
Right.
You look good. I thought you was 57.
That's still bad, but what the fuck?
My brother 50 would have been 57. So,
Me and his brother got the same birthday.
Oh, really?
When I came to Atlanta, his brother took me under his wing, man. Forever insane.
Yeah, we grew up around old souls and old spirits, man, and that's why I've always respected and gravitate. You remind me of my boy Ray C too. Ray C is another cool pimpin' ass
Ray C, yes,
mixing
sir.
engineer, man, from
Ray
Florida.
C is my mixed engineer.
That's who I use.
He just did a project with Lil Jon.
He mixed New Level. Yeah. Like I hear that everywhere. That I can never repeat that mix.
But that's the relationships. Good people, you remember the fucking names.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You remember those people.
All right, my last question is, if you could go back and tell your younger self one thing before you got that first placement, before you got that bag, what would it be?
For me, it was pay your taxes. Man, I made about $500,000 motherfucking dollars before I paid a motherfucking
Start that LLC.
Yo,
And there went 490 of it.
And then see, it's the penalties and the interest and this and that. But there's one thing that I learned, and I'll tell y'all, for anybody in tax trouble, if you got, I was 8 years behind. You can get, you can make an offer in compromise. So I was 8 years behind. I was like, look, I don't got this $550 that I owe y'all, but I got $167,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they accepted the offer, and I was paid up for 8 years. So it's really a discount.
That's it.
It's like some game I learned, because now I got out about 3. You know what I'm saying? But it's offering compromise. So, have a good legal team. Make sure you do bookkeeping, having a accountant in place, CPA, and a financial advisor. Those
Good.
are 3 things that helped me create my portfolio today.
That's happy. That's really good.
The thing I would tell myself is leave Michigan now. As soon as you graduate, get the fuck home. Leave this bitch right now. Don't wait till you're 25. Leave this bitch now.
And they tell you in the Bible, man, no man is good in his own hometown, man. Get on,
Get on
leave
this bitch right now.
Crazy.
Don't even worry about the keyboard, man. Just leave.
Yeah.
Because you know, back in the day, everybody we had to. It was hard to get on $1,500 for a keyboard.
Right.
I done, whew, bro. This is about the time when T.I. said, "There's plenty though to be made for those ways." Yeah, I had a QY70, bro. I had to jump off the porch and really get to some money, bro. Like, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Really, get to that 1,500 to get that keyboard, and
Now we're good.
yeah, we good, man. That keyboard opened the door for a lot of things, but I would definitely not hold the trigger on staying. I would have left right after high school. Get on the bus.
Bad. What about you, Mike?
Well, if I could, I'll flip it. So, what could I tell myself today when I was 20? When we approached all the shit that we did when we were younger wasn't hard because we didn't look at it as being hard. We looked at it as a reality. Today, it's hard. As you get older, it's harder to look at things without being hard. You know, because I mean, us cutting 2-inch tape and stuff. I mean, compared to what you guys got today, that ain't you ain't got shit because we created what you created.
Yeah.
So, but we never looked at it as being hard. Today, I mean, with extra plugins, with this here and this many things and this coming at you, AI, all this shit coming at you, it looks harder, but it really isn't any harder than when we started.
Yeah, it's the same.
So you got to keep your youngness, your energy in it. Forget all that shit you carry with you as you get older and look at it fresh each day, looking at it uphill, not downhill. You know, because older people look at it downhill. See, I don't look at it downhill. I always look at everything. What can I do next? What can I learn next? How can I keep approaching this game? So flipping it that way is keep your youngness. Keep that youngness, that innocence that you kind of had at it, and work hard. This shit ain't hard out there. Do it because you love it. Work hard at it.
Yeah.
You know, don't let it take you down.
Yeah. Well,
What about you, Peezy?
Oh man, whew. That's a lot for me. First things first. First thing I would have say I would never did. That's something like that, but
Mike.
knowing when not to open your mouth and all.
Yes, bro. Y'all have not one.
You know, so no,
You had said something that I didn't need to hear. I need to hear all of this.
No, for real. It's
true.
Stop and see. Here's the thing about that, right? When you're supposed to say something, you shut the fuck up.
Okay.
And that's the wrong thing.
Right.
But when you feel like you can engage in a conversation that's not even, you might have the knowledge of the answer of this and the third, but the question's not directed to you.
Yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Then don't jump.
You could be looking at a problem, knowing in the back of your, knowing in your sleep how to fix it.
Yep.
How to fix it, but not having that space in the room to even expose that. You know what I'm saying? Could be a breaking point in what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could have blurred out, even though you know everything you was talking about was law.
Yep.
That would have kicked you out of the room. You would never get that chance again.
Ever again.
bro.
And there is no excuse.
Bro.
There is no.
And how do you learn that?
Well, I'm gonna tell you how I learned that. Nah, for real. I'm gonna tell you how I learned that. I've learned that by telling somebody to get the fuck out the room.
Okay.
He was on the other end of the.
I was on the other end of it, but at the same time, I had the chance to witness being the fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Letting the aura of the space take itself. So when a moment come and it just so happen to shine on you, then you know how to explode and speak what you have to say, and it'll flourish, and it all makes sense. It'll be meaning versus just trying to pump your nuts up like, yeah, I'm the so, and you know what I'm saying? You done missed out. You done fucked your blessing. Oh,
Yeah. Peezy. I used to be an asshole.
I think we all been there at one point.
Super ass. I would tell myself to calm down. Your time is coming. Because I used to be in the room like Muffy's way hard than that, man. Fuck that nigga. And then if I hear somebody rapping, not even like understanding that God give us blessings and seeds. So sometimes you might be pushing away a blessing and it hasn't grown to be yet.
Because
it's just a little seed. So I used to like listen to people raps and be like, "Oh, you acting a bitch? Hell no, I'll never give you beats." And they end up being the biggest artists in the world.
Yeah.
And now guess what? Every time we in the studio, I got this struggle with you because of how I treated you.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I always treat people with super respect when I see them now.
Right.
Well, the
Coming
other
from Michigan, I used to think
exactly.
I used to think that was like being soft. Like,
Right. And
you know what I'm saying?
And the other thing I was saying, which is the second thing, is that we sometimes people get too caught in their feelings and emotions when it's time to handle business, when it gets to the bottom line.
Yeah, that was my shit.
So
Business, yep.
yeah, so business, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is this. Go ahead and take care of the business so you can spend the rest of the day having fun doing what you love to do.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Though, but you cannot stop. You can't leave that part. You can't leave that part out.
Yep.
But you know what I'm saying? But you can be a shrewd businessman, or you can be the coolest one in the world. You know what I'm saying? Though, but it's just something that has to be done.
Yep.
You can't skip. You can't skip that.
And you got to take responsibility. If you didn't get the contract, you didn't publish your works, you
gotta be accountable
didn't
for that
trademark.
shit. You can't blame nobody for that.
It's your fault. It's your fault when they walk away, because it's the biggest play in the music business. Oh, I got ripped off. No, you ripped yourself off because you didn't handle fucking business in the first place.
Absolutely.
You know, and so take responsibility so that you don't get tainted by the business, because the business ain't gonna pay you unless you do it yourself. You do it straight up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like basketball. I relate to a lot of shit with sports. I played basketball, varsity ball. Everybody got to get their ass crossed over.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean? To know what the fuck it feels like to play better defense on your life, on your business, on your money, whatever it is that you're trying to protect. In sports, we're trying to protect the score. We want to win, this and that.
Yeah.
So you have to, it take you to get crossed over. It take you to get dunked on or embarrassed.
It take your hours lose again.
Like, oh,
Like you say you have to lose again. You know what I'm saying?
I think about Mahomes and Josh Allen.
And your whole team laughing at you because you crossed over.
It's hard. One of these motherfuckers got to lose. Josh Allen been won the Super Bowl for how long? You get beat by second-year football player, young guy, Drake May, Bo Nick, these young guys in this motherfucker, you know what I mean? So you got to be able to, you know, take the L's and the wins and understand what you did wrong.
Yeah.
Being able to look back on film. That's why I record a lot of my sessions, bro.
Yeah.
Just record your sessions as a producer, as an artist. If you're on the studio, whatever, get people's permission, whatnot. Record this session and then go look back at the tape. Go look back at the film, and I guarantee it'll be some shit that you be like, damn, I could have did this different. I could have did this differently. I could have said this to the artist. Damn, I could have, you know what I mean? Why didn't I? You know what I mean? And like I saw a lot of my sessions because I always had a cameraman, and I'd be like, damn, I could fix, you know, the way I'm presentable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got this ragged on t-shirt and this and that, and I'm not thinking how many eyes on me, but I used to do all my sessions with like wife beaters, a hat, and some basketball shorts.
I used to be so bummy,
Just comfortable. But I'm looking at the camera like, damn, like I can be more presentable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I didn't care. I didn't care.
You have to put some swag on the camera, man.
You 100% right.
And then looking at how I cater to the artists. I ain't offer nobody nothing to drink. I ain't have no liquors, and you know, now I have different liquor. I got a tequila, I got a vodka, I got a brown.
For sure.
You know, for some girls they want tequila, some guys they want the brown, some guys want vodka, this and that. Being able to cater to your artists, like Patchwork, they known for their cookies. Well, what? You know what I mean? There's certain things that give you that memory, and those are the things that I help, you know, elevate my game as far as catering and being that great Gatsby.
Yeah.
And the
You know, sometimes I start a session off with just saying, I'm gonna be inappropriate. Is that cool?
Oh no, you don't want to know how I started the session. Oh,
You don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna be inappropriate.
I don't give a fuck.
Because hell would be.
everybody gets 6 grams out the bowl and roll up.
I come in the room.
Easy covered them
I come in the room that's fucked up, and if it, I swear to God, if I come in the room and I'm just feeling some type of way, and it looks like 105 in the summertime, I'm cussing everybody out like, look here, leave. You can't put no clouds in this building, get the vibe going, you know what I'm saying? Because what I got going on, you know what I'm saying, it's like, y'all need to be with me on my level for what we got to do.
Yeah.
Because this ain't it.
Yeah. I know.
I'm like, this ain't it.
Well, more to his story too. Like the youngsters that come in and stuff too. There is no reason why you walk in a room and you can't know who the people are, talking out of turn. Today, there's no excuse. They come in the studio, they say, you know, I did this, this, and this. Well, you know who I am? You know, it's like, well, no, I don't know what you did. Well, then, okay, well, maybe go outside, look it up, and come back in and redo it over. Let's just redo it over because so we can talk at the same levels. Right. You know, then, but there's no reason. You got this. Talk right.
My man's got
No.
patience.
He said, I'm gonna give you one better.
Yeah, patience.
I'm gonna give you one better. Let them come to me like that.
Yeah.
You won't step in the building ever again.
I got patience.
I got the patience. But here's the thing, though. Anything that's gonna throw the engine off, not for me, but to the people that I'm working with.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna hand this thing off.
Yeah, I hear you. Sometimes people got to be humbled for sure.
Yes,
So I've been with a couple people who I'll be like, man, you know what? I'm gonna check you first, and I'm gonna get you an answer. I might not put you out.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be like, bro, like let's run that back.
Yeah.
I got Grammys, this and that, da da da. I haven't mentioned none of that to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's no reason for you to mention all of this to me. We're here to work and we play ball. Either you can hoop or you can't.
Right? I'm not even gonna lie. That type of energy, you stay, I'll leave.
Yeah. You know, I can say back in the day because it was back in the day for me. I mean, I was in a with some record company execs that I didn't know were in the room. We didn't have this shit. We didn't even have a flip phone yet.
Right.
So I'm talking about some publishing shit I did. Oh, you know, publishing this, that's important. Well, I'm talking about a dude that like owned a whole publishing company that been through it up and down and up and down. I walked away out the room and the dude schooled me and he says, hey man, you know, that dude was a publishing company, you know, and I was flossing, like I was trying to fluff myself, like I knew shit was going on. From that day on, I know who's in the room. Quit talking out of fucking turn, you know, and even if you know it, you don't gotta say. And that dude didn't say it. He knew it.
Yeah. And he didn't call you out.
He didn't call me out.
You out.
So
he could have busted you out in front of
He
everybody.
could have bust me out right in front of everybody. So I learned that mistake taught me to be humble.
Okay,
Taught me to understand
I
that.
got a question for you. What, did you see him again?
I didn't see that dude in the room below.
Okay.
That goes right back to what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was the right circle.
I know when to shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Well, Jay King talked out a turn for his groups too, and he said too, he says, the pen is mightier than the words.
For sure.
Because they pinned them whole things out when he came in there flossing.
The beautiful thing is you just looking stupid. And if I get caught arguing with you, now I get dragged into the stupidity.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Back out.
That's great. I ain't finna go back and forth with you. I ain't
Gentlemen, amazing knowledge, gems, information. I appreciate y'all. Man, just the honesty, the realness. Like this conversation was really just like what I needed to hear.
yeah.
You know, so I really appreciate that, and hopefully for the folks at home out there, what they needed to hear too a little bit. So guys, thank you so much for your time,
Dutch and Dutch.
for your talent, for sharing.
Appreciate y'all. Hey man.
So Dutch and Dutch Cloud.
Shout out to the speakers, man. They got some incredible speakers.
What?
Hey, I'm getting a pair. I got
I
ACH. I got to get some of the ACH.
I need.
Those Dutches, they come with gear I ain't never seen before.
That's what I'm saying, man. I gotta get a prayer, man. I gotta get.
I mean, I'm seeing the head. I'm seeing the speaker on the back of the speaker.
Yep.
That's what messed me up. I'm like, normally on the back you got the power.
Passive radiators.
They got a room
Radiators over there.
They got a room.
They got a tool that should program with this
Yes,
shit.
bro. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, y'all playing, man. When you gonna ship us out, bro?
They got
I guess you're taken care of. Yes, sir.
Bro, they got
ship us out, man.
the mic and everything in a couple. Like you can't.
They got the Sonar. Oh,
Yeah. We got our own. Yeah, you'll love it.
No, come on, man.
Like, we getting them. Like,
Yes, sir. We get
Get shit out of here, jerky.
Let's get it together, man. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. Let's get a list going.
We want real food, please. You know.
hey man, we gotta eat, man. We up out of here, man.
I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Thanks for coming on.
Y'all gonna make me spit this water out. I swear to God.
Don't forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe. And see you next time on Faders of the Lost Art.